Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Right into a handful of articles. Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse seen twice in the White House. Could it be for XRP discourse? The official papers from the U.S. Office of Management and Budget release show Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse visited the White House for disclosure. The visitor record shows that in September 26th and October 3rd of the year 2018. And again, just touching up on that as it made the news, we did discuss this last year, so if you follow this channel, you're not new to that article. Ripple files trademark for mysterious Ripple X and Ripple Impact is the headline of the next article. Ripple has filed a pair of mysterious trademark applications for the names Ripple X and Ripple Impact. The SF-based global payments startup submitted both applications this month, and both applications are considered live, and they're awaiting examination. According to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO, Ripple also filed a trademark application this month for RippleNet, the name of its well-known global payments network. And all three trademarks are in lowercase letters. Overall, the company has filed for 9 trademarks this year alone. One of those applications may have led to a legal dispute because in June, Ripple filed an application to trademark PayID for its new universal payments of the same name. Ripple is now facing a trademark intellectual property lawsuit in the federal court of Australia from NPP Australia, a company that operates a payment infrastructure between financial institutions. While there's little public information available about the suit, the NPP Australia's addressing service is also known as PayID. The suit was filed on August 20th, and the next hearing is scheduled for August 26th. In Australia, similar to the USA, basically first come, first serve. Whoever has the rights to the name will basically retain the rights to that name. And just for the record, that's not going to affect Ripple in any way in the sense of as the current lawsuit that actually is connected to XRP, which we will find out tomorrow. So I know there is a lot of anxious investors, the contrarian investors, who are waiting to see what the outcome of tomorrow is. My quick thought, if it's a security like EOS, then they pay a fine and they move on. Nothing changed. And as they've stated at the CFTC, something can start off as one thing and become another over time and vice versa. So the point is, if it is labeled a security, they pay a fine, all is well, we move on, court case has ended. But if it's labeled a commodity, obviously that speeds things up faster and is moving things along as we had already expected. Currency, commodity, not really much difference for me in my perspective, and neither is really truthfully the security issue. Again, as we saw in EOS, that the paid a fine and they moved on. Actually, immediately after their case, the price actually increased. So next article, Ripple's partner Neum teams up with major payment firm Teledollar in Costa Rica. Ripple keeps spreading its technology via its partners, and now top-tier fintech player Neum partners with Teledollar, a leading fintech platform in Costa Rica. And if you're a surfer, you probably love that place and have visited there a few times. According to Finextra article, major global B2B fintech Neum, which runs on Ripple, has joined forces with a big fintech player in Costa Rica, Teledollar, to expand its presence in Latin America and make local clients and companies part of the world's digital economy. Neum targets wider expansion in Latin America, and Ripple's partner major fintech company Neum keeps expanding its presence in various parts of the world. This time, its expansion is to the emerging market of Latin America, and for this purpose, it has become partners with Teledollar, a top-tier fintech firm in Costa Rica. The next article, Ripple partner NBF, Visa, and UAE telecom giant launch a unique SME platform in the UAE. And that's another organization that uses Ripple Tech, expanding this time in UAE, partnering with fintech monster Visa and Etisalat telecom giant. The brainchild of joint efforts of NBF, Visa, and Emirates telecom giant Etisalat has been launched under the name NBF Connect. This platform will be the first to cater to the interests and needs of SME, which is the small and medium enterprise in the UAE. The MBF Connect community will function at a one-stop shop for its members and will enable them to gain access to various services and solutions that SMEs can provide to each other. On the next article, exciting news for today. The ConsenSys acquires Quorum platform from JP Morgan Chase. So that's going to be very interesting, as JP Morgan and ConsenSys are two leading organizations in enterprise Ethereum and have a long history in collaboration after leading the creation of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, helping bring a mainnet Ethereum client, Hyperledger Besu, to the Linux Foundation, and working together on industry applications built on Quorum, such as Comgo and Covantis. Since the launch of Quorum in 2016, ConsenSys and JP Morgan have collaborated to make Ethereum the platform of choice for enterprises building source and customizable business networks at scale. And also part of the Quorum system, you have ZenFin. And into the next article, Lightnet Group announces joint venture partnership with Seba Bank. So a Singapore-based fintech company has signed a memorandum of understanding, the MOU, with Seba Bank, a FINMA-licensed Swiss bank, to provide a seamless, secure, and accessible bridge between digital and traditional assets in a bid to strengthen the Lightnet Group's remittance settlement capability. With the MOU in effect, Seba Bank will serve as the banking counterparty for the Lightnet Group, enabling settlements, correspondence, and remittances uniquely in both fiat and digital currencies. Seba Bank will also act as an alternative settlement banking network, an account and custodian, as well as the settlement bank for money transfer operators, the MTOs, in digital currencies. Using the Velo protocol, a blockchain financial protocol developed by Velo Labs, Lightnet Group will provide remittance services across Southeast Asia for millions of unbanked migrant workers. This will allow a bypassing of the global remittance industry, a $1 trillion USD market characterized by high transaction fees, fragmentation, and unreliable payment routes. Conversely, providing lower fees, faster transactions, and broader coverage, the Lightnet Group has also planned to introduce multi-currency virtual accounts to address the inefficiencies of global trade finance. The partnership with Seba has significantly enhanced the efficiency and interoperability of settlements between digital currency and the real world, comments Chachaval Di Gioravanan, the co-founder and chairman of the Lightnet Group. Drawing on our complementary strengths with Seba Bank, our new joint venture entity in Singapore will be poised to serve both retail and institutional investors from the globe in a more transparent and secure settlement solution. And Matthew Alexander, the head of asset tokenization of Seba Bank, he comments, "We are delighted to forge this partnership with Lightnet Group and be part of the vibrant fintech landscape that Southeast Asia represents. Asia is a promising market not only because of its size, but especially because of the affinity of the people towards digital services and digital assets." And Guido Buehler, the CEO of Seba Bank, states asset tokenization is an important pillar of Seba Bank, and the combination of Asia and stablecoin is a fantastic constellation. Seba is proud to help offering remittance services to many people who were cut off from the traditional banking system. This is a big step towards the future of banking. And Velo Labs, backed by 10 leading Asian conglomerates, is the first decentralized credit and settlement network in Asia and one of the first federated financial networks to bridge digital and real-world settlement. Velo Labs blockchain protocol allows partners to safely and securely transfer value between each other with maximized efficiency and transparency. And currently, it serves business partners in the remittance and money transfer markets of Southeast Asia, and Lightnet Group will be able to offer its services without the users having to directly interact with the Velo protocol or the Velo tokens. And Tridibodi Aranundanchai, the co-founder and CEO of Lightnet Group, adds that Velo will also serve as a bridge asset, not only for enabling both cross-chain liquidity and on-chain to off-chain liquidity and settlement in a seamless and frictionless fashion, but Seba Bank's partnership with Lightnet Group marks their first foray into Southeast Asian markets via Thailand. Earlier in January, Lightnet Group raised USD 31.2 million in a Series A financing round backed by 8 Asian conglomerates, including prolific investors such as UOB Venture Management, Seven Bank, Uni-President Asset Holdings, Hashkey Capital, Hopeshine Ventures, Signum Capital, Do Capital, and Hanwha Investment and Securities. And the group aims to carry out its first live transaction in the Q4 of this year. And the great thing with the Lightnet and Seba is it does connect to the Stellar network. On the next article I would like to discuss, actually by Catherine Coley, CEO of Binance US, why 2020 might be the year cryptocurrency goes mainstream. And she runs an online platform that helps people buy and sell digital assets like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. In 2016, she knew little about the industry. And in the article, Catherine Coley goes on to describe basically how the crypto world has been initially in a strange lane all by itself, confined to example like Twitter or Telegram private chats. And then amongst the issue at hand, things began to change. And then she gives examples of a few factors contributing to the change. First, the government payments to individuals and businesses like are weakening the U.S. fiat, the physical cash system. Second, the large banking institutions like JPM Chase are condoning and even welcoming digital currencies onto the platforms. And third, more Americans are home, witnessing the discrepancy in the market's growth and the nation's unemployment rate. And then she goes into state how the banking momentum side of things, the best performing asset of the last decade was not Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, real estate investments, trust, the REIT, or real estate. It was Bitcoin. And when the best performing asset doesn't even exist in traditional banking models, banks get interested. And as we scroll down into the future of Bitcoin, her final thoughts of this article. Whether or not you've heard of Bitcoin, it's a word and a concept that is not going anywhere. There's a reason why the most prestigious university endowments, such as those affiliated with Harvard, Stanford, and MIT, all invest in crypto funds. Crypto is building in credibility, and if for no other reason than curiosity, investigate Bitcoin and digital assets and see what everyone is talking about. After all, crypto will keep going while we are locked in our homes, a surefire sign that the issue at hand or not, crypto is a huge part of our future. And speaking of Catherine Coley, the CEO of Binance.us, let's get into the headline of the next article. Binance.us opens doors to Florida crypto traders, something we are very excited about as of last year. I believe it was September of 2019 when Binance Regular was no longer available to the U.S. residents. Then Binance.us came into the scene, and it was available in most U.S. states, I believe, except for like 12 or so. But Catherine Coley, working really hard for investors in the U.S., became more available state by state. And again, this year, she worked really hard to make regulations available to Florida residents. To me, that's very exciting news because it is one of my personal favorites. I'm going to leave you with a final thought. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. And remember, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Much love to each and every one of you, and we will catch you in the next one.